So hello guys, welcome back to this new lecture, and in today's session we are going to discuss about enumeration. So what is enumeration? So the enumeration is the process of extracting valuable information from a network or system or an application. This information includes the username, machine name, and network resources, some shares and services. There are some objectives for the enumeration. That might be the primary goal of enumeration, or that is to gather some detailed information that can be used to further penetrate the target system. So there are some types of enumeration like net BIOS enumeration, SNMP enumeration, LDAP enumeration, DNS enumeration, SMTP enumeration, and NFS enumeration. So the let's discuss about the first type, that is the net BIOS enumeration, that involves the querying the net BIOS over TCP and IP to gather the information about the network shares and services and the user. So there are some tools for this attack like NBStats and NetBIOS Auditor and the Hyena. So these are the tools which you can find in the tool that is provided by me and in Kali Linux defaultly install. If not, you can install that. Let's discuss the second type, that is the SNMP enumeration, that is the Simple Network Management Protocol, SNMP enumeration, that involves the extracting information from the network devices like routers and switches. So there are some tools to gather some information like SNMP walk, SNMP check, and output utils. So these are some tools for the SNMP enumeration. So the third thing, that is the LDAP enumeration, that is the lightweight directory access protocol enumeration, that involves the querying of the directory services to gather some user and the group or some organizational information. Like there are some tools like JX Explore, like Software and LDAP enumeration. So the next tool next type of enumeration, that is the DNS enumeration. So that involves the gathering information about the domain names and their IP, associated IP address, and that there are some tools like dig, DNS recon, and DNS lookup for the DNS enumeration. So the next type, that is SMTP enumeration, that is the simple mail transfer protocol, that involves the querying mail servers to gather the information about the valid email address. There are some tools like Telnet, SMTP user enum, and Metasploit for this attack. And the last type and the next type, that is the NFS enumeration, that is known as network file system, that is NFS enumeration, that involves the querying of NFS server to gather information about the shared directories. There are some tools like Nmap and showmount for this type of the enumeration. So there are some enumeration techniques like banner grabbing, SNMP walk, zone transfer, OS fingerprinting, and the user enumeration. So the banner grabbing captures the and analyzing the banner information returned by the services to identify software versions and the potential vulnerabilities. So there are some tools like Nmap and Telnet and the Netcat for the banner grabbing. And the another technique and the next technique, that is the SNMP walk. So using SNMP queries to walk through a network device like MIB, like magnetic information based management, information base, and extract some information like snap walk. This is the tool for grabbing some SNMP walk. And the next tool or the next technique, that is the zone transfer, exploiting DNS zone transfer to gather the detailed information about the DNS zone, including some host name and IP address. There are some tools like host and dig for this zone transfer. And the next technique, that is OS fingerprinting, that determines the operating system of a target machine by analyzing its responses to the network probes. So there are some tools like Nmap and Xprobe for this OS fingerprinting. And the next and the last technique, that is the user enumeration, like identifying the valid users account on the uh, system through various protocols and the services like enum for Linux and Metasploit. So we will see this all the techniques and the um, like um, techniques and the tools in the further session of enumeration in the practically. So let's see how to defend against the enumeration, like getting network configuration, disable unnecessary services and protocols to reduce the attack surface, configure firewalls to block the unauthorized access to network services, then the access control, implement some strong authentication mechanism and limit access to sensitive information. Use some control list like ACLS to restrict some network traffic. The next thing, that is encryption. Use the encryption for the data in transit to prevent interception and analysis, monitoring and logging, and use the implement robust logging and monitoring to detect and respond to enumeration attempts, like regularly review the logs for unusual activities. Last thing, that is the patching updates and security policies, like keeping all systems and softwares up to date with the latest patches and the security updates, and establish and enforce security policies for the network and the system configuration. Enumeration is a crucial phase in this information gathering process for both the attackers and defenders. Understanding the technique used and how to defend against them is essential for maintaining a secure environment. And this was for today's video, and thank you for watching.